Welcome back to the Daily Grind, everyone. This coming weekend, we're going to be having a freeze. Actually, it's going to be Monday.
Please don't let today be Monday. Please don't let today be Monday. Please, 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 please don't let today be Monday.
It's going to drop down to 19 degrees, which is quite cold for here. And so that means there's a lot of things in the garden that I want to do that I'm not going to be able to do. There's a lot of plants that I want to plant out into the garden, but I'm going to hold off on that because, I mean, it's going to be 19 degrees. It's just a quick cold snap. Now, for many of you across the country, 19 degrees seems warm for a winter, but it is Texas. And while a lot of the vegetables I'm growing can handle those temperatures, some of them can't. And the ones that I was going to plant out probably won't do super well. But I want to give you guys a quick tour of the garden and what I'm growing for this winter time here and what my plans are for the next couple months. As many of you guys know, I've got 6 raised beds here. I've got 4 that are 4x8 and 2 that are 3x6. I've got a couple potted plants as well. So I'm just going to go over what I am currently growing and what I plan on adding in the next couple months. Here I've got leek right in the front here. I've got a couple little leeks growing right here. And the rest of this bed, I'm going to be planting some cruciferous veggies, so stuff like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. So that's going to be here, and I might be adding another row of bunching onions on the end here to kind of like end cap this with onion, and that'll kind of help keep some of the pests away. And then this bed, this is half root veggies over here, which by the way are going to do great during the winter. I mean, all the root veggies, especially carrots, love winter. 19 degrees is, they're going to laugh at. But the lettuce here, so this side is going to be lettuce, and I've got some onions here as well. And even in the center here, I've got some leeks. But this is all lettuce, and this is spinach. And actually, that's arugula. So lettuce, spinach, and arugula, basically. My leafy greens is this bed here, half of it. And like I said, the other half is carrots and some radish. And I believe those are cherry bells. This is a little apple tree. It's got some holes here. I don't know what was eating it. This one's doing great, and it's also an apple tree. I got seeds from one apple and planted them, and they did fine.
And so I thank the Lord, the sun and rain and an apple seed. Yes, he's been good to me.
And they're growing well, so we'll see what those turn into. I'm not sure. They almost look like different varieties, but I hear that can happen. That the seeds don't run true with apples to their variety. This one's a lot lighter and larger leaf, and this one's a lot darker. So I'm not sure what that's about. Rosemary. But this bed is all onion, and I've got a little bit of carrots mixed in. There's some carrots right here. They're real small, but they just recently popped up. But that's what I got going on here. Looked like something was digging my garden bed here. Knocked over my bunching onions. So I've got a couple different varieties. The one that's doing the best is the Texas Sweet, which makes sense. I'm in Texas, but look at these. They're huge. They're doing wonderful. They're looking great compared to some of these others that are a lot smaller. So those are definitely doing a lot better. These bunching onions are doing really well also, but those bunching onions are not. But anyway, I planted from here over first, and then this side second. These are a little smaller, but at one point they'll get big as well. My strawberry tower, doing okay. This bed here, it's all root veggies, and I'm going to be honest, I think I planted them way too close together. I've already harvested stuff out of it. So this row was some radish, and also, where was it? I want to say like maybe right here was also radish. Yep, French breakfast. So I've already harvested a couple times, and I mean, you can see how close they are together. So I think the carrots will be fine. These are enough separation. But these beets, I think, are way too close to these carrots. Hopefully I can harvest these carrots before the beets start getting too big. This is Parisian carrots, so those are a little quicker. What is this one? And that's also Parisian, so that might happen. I might be able to do that. Now, these turnip here get huge, and I didn't even think, so I might be ripping those turnip up. We will see. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this is all doing really well. Next here, I've got garlic. I've got 3 rows, well actually technically 6, but 3 types of garlic in 2 rows of each. Then I've got arugula, spinach, more spinach, lettuce. This is Merlot lettuce, I believe. And this is the prize head leaf lettuce. I still got a row here that I could probably put some lettuce in. And I will be doing that when it's not going to be so cold. But like I said, we've got a freeze coming in. I'm a little nervous and worried about losing some of this. So, and then right here, I've got some more. That's the same exact lettuce as that. It's the prize head leaf lettuce. It's really good stuff. Tastes wonderful. It's a nice soft leaf lettuce. Really good for like vinaigrettes and stuff like that. I do like that lettuce a lot. It's not a romaine. It's not robust. It's real soft leaf. Here, I had recently pulled out a whole bunch of cabbage and stuff, like cruciferous veggies, and I'm letting this bed rest. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to be planting, I believe, a whole bunch of lettuce here, among some other things, but mainly lettuce. I am going to probably put some bok choy in here, some bok choy seedlings. I might direct seed those bok choys, but we will see. But I mean, they're quick. They're like 30 days. So, and I've got one other section over here, guys. And here I'm a little worried because I can't cover this very easily. And with this freeze happening, we'll see how these do. But I've got all my rows here that I tilled up. 5 of them. So here's wheat. I've got oats right there. I've got barley, which is doing the best. I mean, it's the biggest. And then I've got more barley. So this is a different type of barley. That's robust barley. This is common barley. I don't know the difference. We'll see which do better. It does look like these robusts are doing a lot better. You know, if you guys are following the channel, you know exactly what I've got growing. But I figured some of you that might be new and watching might like to see a little tour of what I've got going on here. So here I also tilled, and then I put radish in here. This is daikon radish. I got a whole bunch of seeds of daikon radish, and I sprinkled them in, and those have really deep tap roots, and that'll help break up the soil. So I've got really hard, compact soil, and it's got a lot of rocks and clay, and that's what a lot of gardeners do, is use these daikon radish to break up the soil for them. They'll form a big old taproot, go pretty deep, and expand out, and it just breaks that soil up for you. So next year, when I come in and till, I'll be able to get up all the rocks. There's a whole bunch in there. It's a lot of physical labor to be able to do it. So hopefully this will do it for me. And next year, I can start growing in these beds here some grains and corn and stuff like that. And actually, I might end up putting some like pumpkin and watermelon and winter squashes all through here as well. In fact, I really want to do what they call the Three Sisters, which is corn, and then have beans grow up the corn stalks, and use squashes to be able to do kind of like a natural ground cover for it. So I might do that. Here I've also got more of the daikon radish I sprinkled in here, and they've popped up. I've got quite a few seedlings popping up, but they're a lot newer. Those have been sprouted for maybe 3 weeks roughly, and these are like within a week. So these are 2 weeks behind those. Pretty soon they'll look just like that. All right, here these are brand new. I just sprinkled seed, and these are also daikon. So I did daikon in all these. I'm gonna be eating a lot of daikon, I guess. We'll see. I am probably not gonna eat most of it. Like I said, I'm just using it to till, so I let them die in the ground and break up that soil. And it adds a lot of organic matter also to the ground. So it's really good all around. My peach trees, I mean, it's winter, they're dying back, guys. I mean, not dying, they're winterizing. Hopefully next year I'll get some good peaches. When I had gotten the plants, when I first got these, I have 2 of them. One over there and this one. When I had first gotten these, they had a couple little peaches on them already. I had bought them at actually a grocery store close by called HEB for cheap. They were like $19 or something. It was coming close to summer, and I think they were just trying to dump them and get rid of them. So I'm not sure if they were great quality or not. They probably weren't. And I don't even know, I'm forgetting what variety this is, but I bought them, I dug a big hole, planted them, and they've had trouble because this summer was a really hot summer. So they just, I don't know if they're gonna make it, but we'll see. So hopefully next year, since they already had a couple peaches on it, hopefully next year we should get a decent harvest of peaches. Because I got 2 of them, so, and we love peaches. Here's my compost bins. I've got 2 trash cans, and I put holes on the bottom. Let's see if I can, it got really windy, so it's blue. You can see, I did it with this one too. I had drilled holes like that in there, and holes on the side for aeration. And and this is the compost. So you can see this one is the one sitting, breaking down, and it's looking really good. It's turning dark and brown, and it's looking like soil. If I was to turn this, which I need to do pretty soon here, but turn from the bottom up, you would see on the bottom it would look almost like dirt. And then this one is the one breaking down, and there are ants and flies and everything in it because it's, you know, the compost. By the way, I got to turn this as well. I haven't turned these in a while, so anyway, got to get that down underneath so that way this all breaks down even better. I got eggshells and everything in there, plus the hay from my chicken coop. So we recently harvested the corn. Wasn't a big harvest. We got 2 bowls of popcorn out of it. More like 1, because one of the bowls didn't pop very well. But the second bowl, I figured it out and was able to pop it. So my kids were able to eat popcorn, but really it was a lot of work for 1 bowl of popcorn. It wasn't really worth it, but maybe next year we'll do better. I'm gonna try, like I said, growing corn over in my rows over there, and that should be better soil come spring. Here are my trees. I've got an avocado tree. We'll see what happens in this freeze. I'm gonna take these trees, the avocado and the 2 lemon trees, which, by the way, I'm getting yellow on the leaves. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it's just because it's coming into winter, they're not liking it. I'm just gonna stick them right next to my house. This is a south-facing wall, and that's gonna help keep it warmer, hopefully. It'll keep the wind off of it at least, and hopefully they'll survive this 19-degree drop. I think these Meyer lemons should be okay. The avocado, I'm not sure about. These 2 are blueberry plants, and they'll be fine. Blueberry is like cold. They're totally fine with cold. The summer was a little bit rough on them. They didn't like that heat, but they should be fine. So this is turnip. You can see, look at that turnip in there. It's looking really good. Next time I need a turnip, I'm gonna harvest that one and then allow these other ones to grow a little bigger. This is more leek and Parisian carrots. Those are smaller ball carrots. Well, there's the garden tour, guys. And I just want to mention that if any of you have wanted to start your own garden but we're just unsure if you could do it, guarantee you can. If I can do it, guarantee you can do it. I have no real background with any of this. I don't know a lot. It's just a little bit of research, a little bit of work, some trial and error. I mean, we've had a couple fails and a couple things that didn't work, like the corn I was showing you guys over there. Didn't really seem to work out, but we've had a lot of great wins too. And I just am learning more and more. And the same thing with you guys. You know, your first season might not produce a ton, but you'll learn more, and season after season, you'll just get more and more production out of your plants and be able to grow your own food. If I can do it, like I said, you can do it. So definitely give it a go. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. Also hit that bell notification for future video updates. Also, if you could hit the like button, it would really help me and the channel out. And I will see you guys on the next video. Now you guys try to escape the daily grind.